Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I have my makeup to do with you guys, and I'm going to do a little chit chat, talk about how life has been going since I last did YouTube. It's been a while, I know, I do apologize, but life has been a little crazy. So I'm just going to do my makeup. I'm not really going to talk about what I'm using. I will have all the products listed below, but these are actually the products that I used during my Vow Renewal, which I ended up having to do my own makeup for. So we'll get into that as well. That was a little crazy. I am going to change one thing out though, because actually, you know what? I think I can probably still do the same primer that I used. Yeah, I can still use the same primer because my skin is really dry right now. So I think this is going to be beneficial for my dry skin. So I'm going to use my primer. But anyway, so let's start back to, where should I start off at? Probably I can talk about how the move process started. So we did move. We are actually in a new home now. Well, it's not new, it's new to us, but we are trying to get a lot of things done. I've been painting like crazy. We've been moving things, but a lot of the stuff we're not actually going to be taking because my oldest son is actually going to buy our old house. So he is going to live in our other house, which is really great because I know both of my boys have a lot of memories from that house, and it kind of means a lot to them to be there. So, and it's a nice house. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that my husband and I kind of outgrew what it was and everything for us. It was great for raising children, but it's a lot to take care of outside because we did have quite a bit of land. So that was really nice that he is actually going to take that over, and he's going to move there and, well, not move there. He's just going to stay there. So he is going to be living there and eventually marrying and raising his own children there, which is really cool. So the next thing that we did was, of course, we purchased the home. And then, of course, during everything that's going on in the world, it was hard to do the whole process. So it took a long time for that process to work out. But we did get it to work. I didn't get a sponge. So like I was saying, that whole process did take a while for us to get through. Just trying to move during the craziness that's going on. So the other thing is my Sample Sunday series. I know a lot of people have been contacting me about their packages. I did not lose your package or anything. I just have not located everything. So some things have not been mailed out yet. They will be mailed out as soon as I find them. I know I think they're in my closet. I'll be honest with you. I think they're in the closet over here. So I need to actually dig through and find them. But as soon as I find them, I will mail out. If you have won a Sample Sunday package, I will mail that out to you. So now I'm gonna go with my foundation. The next thing, let's see, the wedding. Or the Vow Renewal. So the Vow Renewal was, I had a lot of things scheduled for the Vow Renewal, I'll be honest with you. I had food planned. I had, let's see, I scheduled food. I scheduled for them to come in because we actually stayed at the Knights Emerald, that actual house that they filmed in for the movie, the one with Diane Lane and Richard Gere. So we stayed there. So I did do a video tour of that place. I'm not sure if it's up yet or not, but it will be up soon, if it's not already up. So we stayed there, but I had a company come in to actually bring in an arch as well as seating for all of the guests. I hired someone to do the food, which we had the company, I think it was like a crab boil or shrimp boil or something like that is what it's called. It's called North Carolina Boil, I'm pretty sure. So we had them come in and we did like a steam pot. So that was really nice to have that. I had a lady make cupcakes as well as a tiered cake to actually cut that day. But we had cupcakes that were delicious. So we had there was one that was raspberry with, I don't remember. I know one was pineapple and coconut. Then there was red velvet and cream cheese. And the other one was, I think it was raspberry filling with lemon cake. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But either way, we had the cupcakes and everything. And then I had a lady who was supposed to be coming in to do hair and makeup for me, my mother-in-law, and my mom. So she was supposed to come in and do that. And then we also had a photographer. So we had it all planned out when we went and did our little trip. I think it was like right before everything really started happening. We went to North Carolina and we went to a wedding expo. So we booked everything at that point. So that was really nice that we had it all planned and scheduled, and everything kind of worked out except for hair and makeup. So hair and makeup, the day of the event, she contacted me to let me know that she had just had the other person that she works with had just tested positive for the pandemic. So she had just tested positive for it, so which was unfortunate. So after her telling me that, she's like, look, it was just her, the other lady that had tested positive, so it wasn't the lady that was going to be doing her hair and makeup. She didn't test positive, but the person she worked with did. So she wanted to know if it would be okay for her to still come and do hair and makeup. Well, my mom is not a spring chicken. I'm not a spring chicken. My mother-in-law is not a spring chicken. So I was like, look, you know what? This is probably not the greatest idea, since you've only known this for like 2 or 3 days, and you probably are not sure if you have the virus or not. So I was like, I'd rather you not do hair and makeup. So I ended up having to do my own hair and makeup for the Vow Renewal, which was, I mean, it's not that I can't do it. It's just that I didn't want to. I wanted to feel pampered and special that day. So I was like, oh gosh, oh no. So I was running around. Thankfully, I had brought the makeup I have here, which was not planned for a wedding makeup, mind you. It was planned for just like while we were on vacation to have some makeup with me. So I ended up using the makeup that I had, and I'm going to actually show you the look that I did, but I did use my own makeup. But there was just a lot of drama with that whole situation, and then there were some other situations that we had some drama with for the Vow Renewal, but it all worked out in the end. So, I mean, everything turned out beautifully. We still haven't gotten our pictures back from the photographer yet, so I'm hoping to get them really soon. So, keeping my fingers crossed that he will have them done very soon. He said it takes like 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know. So, I'm hoping that he'll finish sooner and I can get them, and then I can share them with you guys on Instagram. But I have been sharing some pictures of the house with you guys on Instagram. I haven't shared a lot just because there's 2 reasons. One, because we're not finished and it's a lot to do here. This is a pretty big house. This house is a total of 8,400 square feet. So it's a lot to actually accomplish, especially when we're painting all the rooms by myself, and my husband and I are both painting and trying to get things. A lot of it just needs updated. It was a very, not really that it was outdated, but it had a lot of things that needed to be updated. So we have added a lot of different decor to the house. We haven't brought most of our furniture, like I said, but that's because we're leaving a lot of that to my oldest son so he can have some products to use. So that is something we are definitely doing for him. Now, oh my gosh, I don't know what. This is the palette I took, and I have no idea what's on the packaging here, but it looks like somebody poured purple juice on it, so that's awesome. This is the palette I took with me, so this is actually what I used for my wedding day, or Vow Renewal day. I say wedding day, I mean, isn't it the same thing? Vow Renewal, wedding day pretty much was the same process, except for we didn't have to have someone actually, like a person to actually marry us, so we didn't have to have that part. But we did have my husband's brother. He did a little saying for our wedding and everything, and then we exchanged our own vows that we kind of prepared for each other, so that was really nice as well. I know I'm like flip-flopping around here talking about different things, but that's how my mind works. My mind's a little bit conjabbled. If you guys could see inside of my brain, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how do you organize anything? I don't know. I have no idea. So anyway, we had the Vow Renewal on the beach and everything, and it was beautiful. The only part that was not so fun was actually the photographer afterwards, because he wanted to do so many pictures. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm going to be very happy and thankful of all the pictures that he took, but we were exhausted. I mean, it was hot. I mean, you're at a beach and it's extremely hot because it was over like the 4th of July week, so it was pretty warm there. But it turned out really nice. I'm very excited to see everything once he's done with all the pictures. I'm excited to see how they turned out. My wedding dress, I don't think I've ever shown the entire wedding dress to you guys either, but it was beautiful. We purchased my wedding dress at Bridal Impressions. I picked it up 2 days before we left from the lady who did the, what is it called, alterations to it. So she did some alterations to it, so I picked it up from her, and then I took it back to Bridal Impressions. And then they decided, they didn't decide, they went ahead and steamed it and got it all ready for me to actually wear it on that day. So that was nice. That made it simple for me. What else? So then moving into our house, well, when we first moved in here, my little girl dog, she got sick, and I noticed that she wasn't really sick. She was just peeing a lot. And I'm like, what in the world? Like everywhere she went, she was peeing everywhere she could go. She's behind me. I don't know if my camera's going to show it up. I don't know. This camera setup is, I'm going to have to figure it out. So it's going to be a work in progress. But anyway, so she started peeing everywhere, and I'm like, what in the world? I thought, okay, she's getting old, so maybe it's just her age, and that's what it is. Well, we went to the beach and did the vow renewal and everything, and then we came back, and she still was not feeling well. So mind you, that had been like 2 weeks at that point, 2 weeks. It had been 2 weeks at that point that she was still not feeling well, and I'm like, something's not right here. She should be okay with whatever's going on, so I had to put her in diapers. Well, I had noticed the one day that I had put her diaper on that she had a stone come out. So I realized at that point that she had kidney stones. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what's going on. She's got kidney stones. We thought it was like a UTI at first, and no, it was kidney stones. So I took her to the vet, and they went ahead and they said that her belly was like completely full of stones. So they said that they needed to operate on her, which was only 3 days later they were going to operate. So it was Friday that I took her into the vet, and then we took her back to the vet on Monday to actually have the surgery. And when she had the surgery, they got out some stones, a lot of stones. Some of them were like the size of quarters. They were huge, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder she was having such an issue with using the bathroom. So she had her surgery, so now she's sitting with her little cone on because she's still healing. So her stitches are still healing up, which is great that they're healing, but she does not like the cone that much. And Max my other dog, likes to try to chew on the cone sometimes. And I'm like, no, dude, don't chew on that cone. But anyway, so she is getting better. We're still progressing with the house. We are working on, well, we're not working on, we're having someone work on our master bathroom. So our master bathroom pretty much was completely demolished, and then now they're putting it back together. So that is in the progress right now. It's a mess. It's a huge mess. And there's dust everywhere. Every time I dust and get everything ready, then they do something else that creates dust all over the house. So that's awesome. I'm not enjoying that too much. So, but they've demolished it, and they're putting the tile up now for the shower. And then we've got to bring in the tub, and then we have to bring in flooring for the master bedroom, because the master bedroom, we're going to redo flooring in there because the flooring was carpet. And not that I have anything against carpet, because there's carpet in this room too. And we initially thought we were going to put hardwood in this room, but then I thought about it, and as much makeup as I'm handling all the time, if I drop an eyeshadow palette onto wood, then it's probably going to break. If I drop it on carpet, most likely it'll survive. It'll be okay. So I was like, you know what? Let's leave it carpet. So anyway, we're working on that, and then there's just so many rooms here to work on. I've finished our laundry room. I finished our pantry. I've finished what else have I finished? Of course, the beauty room. I finished my walk-in closet, which is upstairs from here. So there's a set of stairs right behind me that will take you up to, it's like the attic space, but we've turned it into a giant walk-in closet. I finished that. I finished the bathroom downstairs. Oh my gosh. And just doing all that, and then at the same time working and everything, it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I'm exhausted. I come home from work some days and I'm like, I just want to take a nap. I just want to take a nap. I'm exhausted. So, and I do, because I'm like, you can't push yourself extremely hard, because then you're going to just get sick. So I've been resting when I can, and knowing that, you know what, it'll be here tomorrow for me to finish. It'll be okay. So anyway, and then, oh, of course, I forgot to show you guys. My husband had t-shirts made for the Vow Renewal. It has the little frogs on the front. Frogs are like our thing. So it says Hinkles. And then on the back here, let me see if I can show you. It says we do too. So it says that on the back. I just thought that was really cute that he had these made. So we were able to pass these out to everybody at the wedding. So everybody got a pink t-shirt, as well as the women got a tank top that's like twisted in the back. So he did a really great job with that as well. So I don't know. I think it was fun. The Vow Renewal was fun and everything, but it was just a lot going on. A lot of family drama, a lot of drama, period. It was a lot. It was a lot. And then not only that, the house, the Knights in Rodanthe house, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you guys were ever considering staying there, it is not that great. They need to update that place big time. Everything is really, really outdated. not only is it really outdated, but a lot of it's just falling apart. And I'm like, for a house that has such an iconic movie behind it, you would think that they would have done a better job of keeping it updated and everything, but they didn't. They didn't at all. So I don't recommend that if you're looking into staying there. I don't recommend that you do stay there. I'd recommend that you would go get pictures of it. If you're down near that area, the Verdanthe area, definitely get some pictures because it is really, really pretty. It's a really pretty place. But once you get up close to it and you start noticing all of the things that are wrong with the house, then you're like, oh my gosh, like how is this house still standing? Not only that, I mean, the house was literally moved. They picked the house up and moved it because the location that it was originally at, it was going to be eaten out by the ocean. So the house is just, it's not very nice. I'm going to be honest. It's just not very nice. I was going in with all expectations that the house was going to be really beautiful and that it was going to be modernized as well as being, you know, iconic because it was the house from the movie, but it wasn't. I mean, I'm glad that I stayed there because, I mean, it's one of those things that like you'll do it one time in life and that'll be it. Just like most things in life. I mean, a lot of times you just want it for the memory that you did it and everything like that. So, and that's basically what it is for us now. It's a memory that we were able to stay in the Nights in Verdanthe house. So that was nice, but it just is not a nice place. It's a little bit run down. I'm trying to find my brow pencil. I know I took the Ulta brow pencil, which works great. I had no issues with that whatsoever. Sometimes it's great when things just don't fail you, and this did not fail me. This is the one that's more triangular tipped. I took this one with me. So I'm just going to draw in a little bit of brows here, give myself a little bit of brow hair. I feel like I need something closer. I have a mirror right here, but I feel like it's just not oh, here we go. I'll use my Sleeping Beauty one. Use this one. There's been so much drama on YouTube lately, I've noticed as well. I haven't really been watching a whole lot of YouTube. I kind of took a step back from it while I wasn't filming, just because I don't want to come in and step on other people's feet if I decide I want to do videos and everything. I don't want to be mimicking other people. Sometimes it's not very nice to mimic other people. I mean, it's good to draw inspiration from people, but if you're going to do that, definitely give that person credit. And sometimes I find that if I watch a lot of videos of makeup and stuff like that, then I want to create that video. And I'd rather be just me. I mean, you guys see me. I'm just plain old me. I'm not anybody special. So I just like to just be me. And I think that helps. Plus, I've been really watching a lot of Amazon Prime. I'm watching the show called Homeland. Is that what it's called? Pretty sure it's called Homeland. It's got Claire Danes in it. I've been watching that. And I love that show. It's a really great series. So evidently it must be pretty good though, because it's got like 8 seasons. So I don't think I'm the only person that thinks that Homeland is a really good series. I think it's just one of those really interesting shows that kind of makes you think, what do people cover? It's like, what in the world is this really true? Is it not true? Does this stuff really happen? Type of show. It's really good. But anyway, so I have been doing that, working on the house, of course, but I don't really sit down and watch videos anyway. I typically put them on my phone and listen to them. Just put a pair of headphones in and walk around and do my chores and everything and listen to videos. Oh, I did get the other room I got finished is our guest bedroom. I have that one completely finished. The only thing I have to add to that is the bedding, because right now my husband and I are staying in the guest bedroom because we don't have a bedroom right now, because our stuff is not complete. But I need to add the bedding that I'm going to be using in that room. But other than that, it is complete. So I want to do a complete home tour once we're finished with everything. I want to show you guys everything, how it turned out. And plus I'm excited because I think we did a really great job. Oh, the other room, we got the gym finished. I did get my craft room finished as well. So my craft room is done. So we've brought most of my craft supplies over. So if you guys want to see some craft videos, let me know because we can do those. But I haven't got it set up yet. So it won't be anytime soon, but it'll be sooner than soon. What does that even mean? I don't even know. I'm such a weirdo. That's what I am. So, but anyway, I can do some videos in there as well. Once I get it all set up, I can do some craft videos because I want to create some things for the house. I don't want a cluttered house though. That's the thing. I hate when my house was really cluttered before. Our old house, I felt like I had way too much stuff for that house. So we went from having I think our house was 2,700 square feet to now where we have 8,400 square feet. I don't think I'm going to overcrowd it anytime soon because I'm not shopping a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still not going out to too many places. Anything that I usually get is usually like an online purchase just because it's easy and I don't have to worry. So I don't think I have Q-tips over here, so I'm probably going to make a mess with my mascara. Oh, the other thing, the photographer was in with me when I was doing my makeup, and because I told him that I didn't really want him in there at first, I was like, I don't think I want you in here to watch me do my makeup. And he's like, but this is like a memory for you. Even though you're not having it professionally done, this is going to be a memory for you because you did it yourself. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So come on in. It's fine. I wasn't very excited about that. Then I was like, you know what? Wait, I film videos of myself doing my makeup all the time. So what's the difference in somebody taking pictures of me? So I let him do it. So I'm excited to see what those look like as well. I did get some really cute robes made up for my mother-in-law and my mom and myself. And we got pictures in those. So I can't wait to see those. I made so many of the decorations for the wedding. I got it on my eyelid. I'm gonna have to find a Q-tip. Hopefully there's one in my little thing here. If not, then we'll have to run and get a Q-tip. But I made so many of my decorations for the wedding. I'm just like running all around here. You guys are gonna have to do like I'll have to do like a Q&A. You guys have to ask me some questions that you want to know about. Maybe that's the best way to talk about everything, because right now I just feel like I have no focus. I'm like talking about one thing and then talking about another. It's very unfocused. So you guys have to let me know what kind of things you want to hear about. Like the dress, the cake, the wedding, the house, the Molly, the Molly. You guys will just have to let me know what you're interested in hearing. Because I don't even know. I mean, like, plus oh, are you serious? What did I just do? Oh my goodness. Good job, Tiff. Good thing I didn't do that on the wedding day. That would have been great. That would have turned out perfect. So, anyway, I suck at mascara. I should have brought frost lashes for myself for the wedding, and I didn't. Even though I probably wouldn't have been able to put them on anyway because I suck at false lashes too. I'm not very good at any of this kind of stuff. I'm just kind of mediocre. Mediocre at best. I don't remember if I put liner on that day or not. I don't think I did. Because I was afraid, because of being outside, I was afraid I would sweat and then it would start running. I don't remember. I'm not going to. Not today. It was very simplistic, the look I did for our wedding, because I didn't want anything extreme. And I wanted it to look very, almost, not really natural, just a little bit amped up. Just a little bit more, less makeup-y than I normally could do. So I just wanted to be as natural looking as possible, because that's what I wanted, is because it was on the beach and we were barefooted. Well, he was barefooted for a little bit and then I was barefooted for a little bit. We were going to do it completely barefooted, but there was a lot of stickers near where we were staying, so you couldn't really be barefooted the whole time because of all the stickers. But I don't know what's going on here. I got a clump in my lashes. What in the world? I don't know what I did, but I have a clump right there. Do you guys see it? I'm sure you do. I feel like there's somebody at my door or something. I feel like it's a boogeyman or something. Hopefully you're not a boogeyman in my house. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my concealer on. Of course, you guys know what concealer I used. My favorite, the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is something that I always have with me, so I was very thankful that I at least had some of my favorites with me to be able to use. Because if you are doing your own makeup, it's nice when you know that something actually works really well. The only thing that I did goof on is that for my under eye setting powder, I didn't bring my Becca. I had another one that I thought was my Becca under eye setting powder, but it was not. So I need to go get a Q-tip too. So I'm gonna blend this and grab a Q-tip. Okay, so I went ahead and got my Q-tip. I cleaned up that little spot there. I think I got it okay now. it still probably could use a little bit more cleanup. And I'm just gonna take and go back in with the Primavera color, and I'm gonna put that right there just to kind of fix where I took off when I was fixing the mascara mistake. Little mistake. All right. Here we go. And I'm also going to take it with my pinky and put it in the inner corner, because that's what I did for the Vow Renewal. I just put that there in the inner corner. All right, so that's how I did most of my eye makeup. Now I'm going to do a little bit of underneath quick. But anyway, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about now too. I don't even know. But yeah, so we're still getting settled. I mean, it's gonna take a while, and I know that. It's just sometimes you just want things to be done. You want to be like the our genie and just like click your fingers or wiggle your nose and things are done, and that would be awesome if you could do that. But let's be honest, that doesn't happen in real life. That would be awesome. Okay, found it. I couldn't find it for a second. So I'm gonna go into raw sienna and just kind of put a little bit right here. Just enough to give it some color. Plus I think it makes my green eyes pop a little bit more. I think it kind of makes them look blue a little bit, to be honest. All right, so that's better. All right, so like I said, that you guys are gonna have to tell me what you want to see like videos on, because honestly, I have no idea. I mean, if you guys are interested in more makeup stuff, or if you guys are interested in more like crafting, or if you're just wanting to do it, I would love if you guys could leave me some questions. Maybe I'll do like a Q&A on one of my next videos. I'm gonna use the Hoola. I'm gonna use this to highlight, yeah, this is definitely a highlighter. To kind of bronzer. I don't really bronze and I don't contour. I just kind of do both at the same time, just to kind of give my face a little bit of shape besides pumpkin head. I do have quite a bit of quarantine weight that I've put on. I think most people say that they put on like the quarantine 15. I don't know. I feel like I put on the quarantine 100. I'm like, oh my gosh. I put on quite a bit of weight during this whole thing, even though you would think with me being busy, I wouldn't have, but I don't know. Probably because I don't work out right now. I'm not working out. Our gym is like done as far as painting, but we don't have all of our gym equipment here yet. I don't know how people move and then just they're like completely in their house and settled within like a week or two. And I'm like, how do you do it? I can't, because there's so much to do, I feel like. Now I'm gonna use my blush, which is actually called Blushing Bride by Tarte. I'm gonna use this. I'm using the same brush because you guys know I like a little bit of my blushes to be a little bit more brown tone, like orangey-ish. So I always do my blush like this, use it with the same brush that I use for contour. I was so scared. I know one thing I remember is for the wedding, the Vow Renewal, I was so scared that I was going to get a sunburn before it, because the Vow Renewal was not until Tuesday, and we actually got there on Saturday. So I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot go out in the sun. I don't want to burn. And whenever I get on the sun, I get that like melasma mustache, as well as like melasma along my cheeks, and I'm like, that's going to be really hard for the makeup person to cover. So I was really worried about that, which now looking back, I'm like, it probably was smart. I'll be honest, it was smart that I did that, because it probably could have been a giant mess. Now I'm going to use some highlight here, just a little bit. So I'm using the Ofra Star Island. I'm gonna take it down my nose just a little bit. And then I'm also going to go in with a brush. Let me find a smaller brush. I didn't bring very many brushes with me, because I was like, look, just bring the bare necessities. That's all you need. You don't need a bunch of brushes. And then of course, once I had to do my own makeup, I was like, oh no. What am I going to do? So I'm just going to use my Sigma brush here. Give myself a little bit of highlight on the brow bone, just to make it look a little bit more better. I don't know, does it really make it look better? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, and then for lips, I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury. I used the lip cheat. I used this first. I don't know how he'll talk while I put lipstick on. It's hard. And then I filled it in a little bit with the lip cheat. But then the lipstick I actually used is my one that I had made from YSL. So it actually has my initials on the back of it, which I thought was really cool. So I'm gonna use that. It's in the color 09, I think. Pretty sure. There we go. That was all I did for the day of my vow renewal. This is my makeup, and then for setting, I used the Milani Make It Last. It smells really good. I'm gonna grab my fan just because it makes it easier. And it feels nice. If you guys haven't bought one of these yet for when you do your makeup, I highly recommend that you do because it works so nice and it feels like, this is like low. You can put it high. Ooh, that feels even better. And you could do like one of those like little, have your hair blowing in the wind. You could do one of those little things. So anyway, that is my get ready with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's very simplistic. Like I said, my makeup was not anything that you'd be like, oh my gosh, I want to recreate that look, because this is not anything that I think is spectacular, I'll be honest with you. I just wanted something simplistic, and I think I did an okay job. My hair, of course, I did have to curl, and then I put a tiara in my hair, so I didn't want to do my hair today. I'm just feeling like it's fine. It'll be alright. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, or if you want me to do a Q&A, leave me a list of questions below because I will be answering them in an upcoming Q&A. I'll probably put like a questionnaire on Instagram as well. So there, if you want to leave your question there, you can do it either here or there. But either way, I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for waiting for me to come back. I appreciate it. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.